lives are great. Something I never heard my radio say. Black lives are precious, black lives are great. Something I never see my TV say. But since I know you never heard it.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Kata Don.
It's your boy, Wraith.
And it's the Love First Podcast. Another episode. We are in the 30s. Yay!
30s, but we are... What else, man? I've been listening to that Kata Don on katadon.com. You feel me?
Yes. Make sure you on that website. Kwame says hi is coming.
Nice. Fire, bro. Fire.
For real.
What else? Of
course, we got See You Win coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Kata Don and Wraith. We actually, we thought we finalized the track list, but we just added a new song like a day or two ago. We just went crazy or something.
Yeah. It remind me of I Quit.
Yeah.
It got like the I Quit type vibes where it's like
got that vibe,
giving you like a raw perspective.
Raw perspective.
You know
you got a story in there. The flow.
Yeah, a little story. Yeah.
The beat is crazy. You got a nice bop to it, but we just
right. Fire, bro.
Yeah, for real.
We had to take a song out.
I know. We had to. It's that'd be the toughest part with creating the project is like we just have to kick a song off because we truly love these songs and they some dope songs. But it's like, just trying to finalize the track list. But we'll have some SoundCloud exclusives, the stuff that didn't necessarily make the project, but it's still dope music. You know what I'm saying? But it just couldn't fit in the project.
Absolutely.
We nice project,
Yeah, but we can save it for other projects. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, definitely. The first week of April, dropping a new music video, Take My Hand. That's a nice dope dance. Yeah, I need you for that performance. It's a lot of melodies on there.
He said, I'm not singing and rapping, bro.
It's a lot of work. I mean, some of these songs I'm thinking about on stage, it's a lot of work. It's going down. And of course, you guys can donate to support the podcast. First, even before you donate, right, what you can do for free is like, comment, and subscribe. Every week we have a new Love First podcast episode for you, Wednesdays, about 3 p.m. But make sure y'all subscribing to YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Spotify.
Yo, I've been checking the views. Yo, lately our podcast episodes been going crazy. Like,
it's a blessing too. A lot of people been engaging. And what we gotta start doing too is maybe like answer questions for the people. So you guys can message us, comment us questions or whatever you want us to talk about in the podcast. Questions that you guys will answer. And we encourage you to comment. A lot of people DM us and message us and stuff like that. But comment, share with your people. And if you want to go the next level of support, donate to us on Cash App. We'll have more donation links for you guys soon. But you can support any dollar, any little thing goes a long way. If you could do 10, 20, 100, 100,000, a million, why not? You know what I'm saying? But if all you got is $1, anything to support, it does help. Helps our channel grow.
You know how much I want? How much I want, man? I want 150,000.
150. He would like 150, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you send a little extra so I can get a piece. You know what I'm saying? But he want 150. And it allows us to give more time for you guys to drop more keys to success. So you guys, instead of wondering, hey, how are these guys doing it? We're letting y'all know right here. You know what I'm saying?
We're showing y'all with the consistency.
Yes. Consistency is key. This episode, we have another major key for you guys, and it's about developing good habits. These 10 power keys, we're just taking it to the basics because a lot of people, we understand you want to do big things. You have to start with the basics. You got to make sure your foundation is right. Little things like time management, planning stuff out are keys to success that will change the goals that you could never reach before. If you apply these, you will reach it. Trust. Like, I'm going to show a little. I don't know if I will show my goals. Maybe not. But I have a board of the goals. We're not gonna share this yet, but eventually we're gonna show you like the format, and it's just something simple, you know. Like I got a plan of goals. put it on my calendar, but I also just get a dry erase board in my room where just write goals so you can see in your face. I like to see goals on my face, so if I go another month, I'm like, nah, this has to get marked off, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But we do have some news. We have some topics we want to talk about. North Korea, we were going to talk about what's going on with them. Talk about Joe Biden and his mishaps. We're gonna talk about
Quavo
and Swaweetie. That's also been a large topic. And then we got Battle Rap April 3rd. Cassidy has a battle, so we gotta talk about that. Cassidy and his legendary Facebook.
I created battle rap.
Yo, I created the culture. I created battle rap fans. There be no battle rap fans. It's going down. So, Ray, let us know, man. What's going on with Kim Jong-un and North Korea?
All right, so Kim Jong-un's sister had issued out a statement, I guess, to Biden's administration. Mm-hmm. And she basically it was on, I guess this was last week, not this week, but this was last week. She had issued a little statement on Tuesday and warned the United States to refrain from causing a stink if it wants to sleep in peace for the next 4 years. Which I feel like is
yeah.
Yo, North Korea be wildin'. So basically, to dig a little deeper, Kim Yo-jong's statement was issued as U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin arrived in Asia to talk with U.S. allies Japan and South Korea about North Korea and other regional issues. So she also has stated that we take this opportunity. Oh yeah, well, I already said that. We take this opportunity to warn the United States administration trying hard to give off gunpowder smell in our land. And then she has said if it wants to sleep in peace for the coming 4 years, it had better refrain from causing a stink at its first step. You know what I'm saying? She's sending off a little warning shot, I guess, because the
administration
is meeting up with other regions,
which is definitely common for North Korea to do that. So they usually give this kind of rhetoric, and always talk. They usually actually get a little more violent with it, saying they're gonna destroy America, turn it to rubble.
Yeah, which I've heard before.
They even dropped the video of like showing them destroying New York. Now in the past, we just kind of, I guess, ignored it in a way. But now, for a while now, I want to say, feels like since like during the Obama administration, it was confirmed that they had nuclear weapons, which probably means they had it before then, but came out and actually said it. So now any country with nuclear weapons, you have to show respect to, because you don't want a nuclear war. And then North Korea is always one of the most difficult situations for any U.S. president because, one, it's right next to China, so that limits what we can do. Two, it's bordering our allied countries like South Korea, Japan, so they could always attack them, but now they actually have long-range missiles where they could directly affect America. So that's always a tough situation. Usually North Korea is just saying stuff for propaganda, so they look good in front of their people, and they're sending a message to us. It's usually how it keeps going. But now they do have weapons, and the situation does get escalated. So it is something to be aware of,
Yeah, definitely. Like North Korea. And the thing is too is like they have beef with South Korea, so it's like when you see them talking about these things, it's just like, oh man, like, and then it got to be, and it has to be exactly when Biden gets into office too. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people using that as a reason, like, oh, see, look what happens when Biden gets into office. Mm-hmm. Now we're getting threats from North Korea. But it's been happening,
It's been happening. Even when Trump. Okay, so what President Trump did that was kind of historical is like we never acknowledged them as like a world power. You know what I'm saying? So they're not even allowed in the UN. We don't even acknowledge their presence like that. The only way America used to say we would even acknowledge them and have the conversation as if they talk about denuclearization, which North Korea's stance is like, we're not going to do that because it's our only deterrent from being invaded by America is by having it. So Trump is actually the first president in the United States to bring Kim Jong-un here and basically accept him as a power in the world, as a leader, you know? So he was able to take that back to his country and gain a lot of that because America has never done that in the past. But it was something I think Trump felt like, I feel like every president, not just Trump, every president in North Korea is so delicate. Their goal is to really kick it down the road for the next president. Like no president ever fully addresses the North Korea situation. They just try to move it in a way where it's kicked down the road. So they just want peace and it's like, let the next president deal with it. You know? So even after they seen Trump, there was no denuclearization. North Korea had kind of slowed down on their rhetoric of what they would say, but there was still nuclear testing. Maybe it was less, but it just seems like they were just doing things more quieter instead of out there. But every president has just been kicking the can down the road, you know? So all we can do is pray. A lot of that stuff is really out of our power. So
this is definitely out of our power. They gotta keep the peace.
100%. Peace, man. Speaking of keeping the peace, well, I don't know how it's related, but our president is going viral, man. Why is he going viral?
Because he tried to look cool, running up
the Air Force One steps.
Running up the Air Force One steps, trying to look cool, trying to play it off too, because he fell once.
Yeah.
But it was like a slight fall. And then he got back up. He fell again. It was like a slight fall too. But that third one,
I was trying, because I seen it on Fox News, and I'm like, oh man, y'all really gonna come out over him about tripping? And then it's like, the camera's always on you, so you're gonna trip at some point. It's bad enough you tripping in front of the whole world. You got to deal with that. So I'm like, are they just coming at him? So I watched the video. The first trip, I was like, all right, man. It's a little funny, but everybody trips, you know. Second trip, I was like, all right, so this might go a little viral. But that third one, where he's literally holding on to the rail, like he was going through it. Like, I was like, oh man, this is going viral. And I had to laugh.
Keeps, gets a block, takes off, and he is gone. Trying to stay upright, and he trips. Absolutely all alone, and he trips, going to the end zone and ends up carrying it as it is for 80.
Tried not to.
You know, everybody that's on the conservative side was memeing that joint up.
Oh yeah, there was.
He was like, "Oh, this is our president, ha."
For real. I mean, I was trying not to laugh, but I couldn't.
Oh no, yeah, I was definitely laughing.
That third one.
As a person that's neutral, I was laughing. You know, because then I seen the memes and I seen him getting crossed by Stephen Curry, and I'm like, they had a picture of Stephen Curry doing a cross, and he falling. I'm like, oh God, it starts. Like, he can't even wait a whole day. Internet be ready, bro. It's like,
it's crazy.
You got the green light.
It's crazy, like, I'm gonna tell you how legendary that is. I have legendary falls, like my top list, right? And I think he made the top two, right? I don't even know who got one and who got two, because I mean, the Joe Biden thing, that third one, it was 3 times, so he might be up there. But between him and the Meek Mill's fall are like the most legendary falls of all time. So we're gonna play that clip of the Joe Biden fall, and then the Meek Mills. Let us know in the comment section which one was more legendary.
Let me tell you why I think the Meek Mill fall is more legendary.
Yeah.
Because my man slipped and he went like back. You feel me?
Yo.
Like,
you know what?
He slipped and went back. Like,
yeah. Not even that. Like, it was like down the snow. When he got to the bottom, his legs were up in the air. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and it was bad timing, like, cause he like the street rapper that had the beef with Drake. Then Drake don't diss anybody, and Drake dissing him, and then he's slipping, his legs up in the air. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. Still got mad love for Meek Mill, but that fall is just like legendary, bro.
Yeah, that's the legendary fall, man.
Legendary, man.
Sure.
Yeah, but Joe Biden is going for the title because those three, he did 3 falls in one. You know what I'm saying? And that last holding the.
You said you saw it on Fox News?
Yeah, that was the first.
Oh, okay. Of course, Fox News, they on it. Like
I was thinking that, but yo, it was so many falls. Everyone had to pick that up. Like I know they talking about that in Africa right now. It's crazy.
oh, man.
Oh,
so in other news,
yes,
we have this past week, Swaweetie and Quavo was trending on Twitter, and I was like, why are they trending? And come to find out, they broke up. Now there was allegations that the reason that it kind of had ended was because Swaweetie, she was on a podcast a couple days ago with her ex, which is one of P. Diddy's sons, I think. His name is Justin.
Oh, shit, Justin?
Yeah. And I guess they had asked her a question about would you ever like do the honors of giving Quavo like a threesome? And and her answer was and her answer was like, yeah, like if he's doing everything he's supposed to be doing as a man and things of that nature, then I guess I'll do him the honors of letting him choose the guy to have the threesome with.
Oh no.
And they started going crazy. They was like, oh, what the hell? I don't know, man. It was just I seen that clip and I was just like, all right. But there was also another that was true. But I'm just saying that there was an allegation of that was probably one of the reasons why they broke up. But she took to Twitter because I guess she's seen all the ruckus that was going on. Yeah. And she stated that I'm single, I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes for a false narrative to be circulating that degrades my character. Presents don't band-aid scars, and the love isn't real when the intimacy is given to other women. I emotionally checked out a long time ago, and I walked away with a deep sense of peace and freedom, excited for this new chapter of elevation. So that leads to tell me that he probably was cheating, giving his attention to other females, which is part of the reason why she went on that podcast and said those things. Because those are very triggering things to say. Because if my wife says something like that, yo, bro. I just looked at it like, yo, that's crazy. Quavo took to Twitter and said, I know you want to make this into a show, so I'll play my part just this one time. I don't normally put my business out there, especially my personal life. I feel the need to address this so there is no false narratives. He basically has said in the other tweet, too, that you wasn't the woman that I thought you was. And then she replied to him saying, take care. He's being cold with it.
which is kind of crazy. Before you get it, because you're gonna mention the sibling stuff too, right? Because I know the siblings got into like beef, but before we even get there, right? Let's talk about. I guess my only feelings on it, and I try to stay out of this stuff, but we have a podcast, so we got to talk about it. But so my only opinion on that is. Because I know, like, people were coming out saying, hey, Sweetie's a gold digger. This is why he did that. And they kind of going back and forth. Is that no matter what, if you say that this is what she was, right? Then you leave the person. You break up. You don't cheat. So there's no real excuse for cheating, no matter what the person did, because you can leave. So if it's not the person you thought, you don't cheat, and then, you know, two wrongs don't make it right.
Yeah, there's like
situation.
It's like what I see with a lot of these, and I don't really pay too much to celebrity relationships, and I feel like it's bad for your health to pay this much attention to it. I mean, obviously we have a podcast, we have to address news, you feel me? But I just feel like a lot of people in these high status celebrity relationships, they don't really know how to love the person, and they just feel like, oh, well, you know, he bought her a car, and I'm like, but you could shower somebody with so many gifts, but the relationship could be going horrible.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like materialistic things, for somebody that really loves you is not really gonna impress them. You know what I'm saying? It's that time and attention that and unconditional love that you're supposed to give them that is gonna matter more than the materialistic things.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with this, and that's the problem that I have with this generation, using so much of their time to pay attention to this to these high status relationships and thinking that, oh, okay, I'm gonna get my, you know, oh, my husband's mad at me right now, I'm gonna go buy him a Rolex and he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not gonna fix the problem, you know? Her going on that podcast and saying that threesome line, that doesn't fix that don't fix the problem either. You know what I'm saying? Like, using fire to add to fire is just gonna make the fire bigger and eventually burn down the house.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just like, and it's just bad when you have millions of people tuning into how their relationship is gonna unfold, and you got one side agreeing with Quavo and you got the other side agreeing with Swaweetie, but in all reality, they was both wrong. They was both wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because you bought him expensive gifts too. That doesn't solve anything.
Yeah.
He bought you expensive gifts too. That doesn't solve nothing. If you cheated on her, bro, like, so, you know, it's a horrible situation. It should have been left off the internet, as what we always say, as what we talked about, you know, with Cardi being Offset. It should have just leave your business off the internet. Be two grown people and handle it off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Go to therapy if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Take the necessary steps, but don't bring it to. And I understand why she had to defend herself, because there was a narrative being put out against her that was shaming her.
Yeah.
And you know, it just
and
what it
thing
is,
that
man.
sucks for them too is, like, when you are on that level, you do have to announce, and it sucks. You got to announce when you're breaking up with someone, because when paparazzi spot you out with someone else, they're gonna be like,
Exactly.
"Oh, you're doing this." So it sucks, but you really want to leave it there. You don't want to do any extra energy, dislike the person or not, because the whole world is going to keep talking. So you want to leave that alone. Like, even, you know, me and my wife, we inspire so many people. We be looking like the perfect couple out there. There's no such thing as the perfect couple, but we don't put things out there online. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing. It's life changing. So when we work through stuff and we get over stuff, we're good. We don't have to deal with a billion, cajillion opinions and this and that, stuff like that, you know? So, and that goes for everybody, no matter what level you're on, keep it away from social media. And if you're not this big famous celebrity that has to put a certain amount on social media, I encourage you not to. Like, for real. Yeah. These people don't have to, and every day they put it out information on social media that shouldn't be there.
You have to understand too, like, you could be an independent person that knows how to stand on their own 2 feet and don't really let somebody's opinions get you. But if you're seeing 1,000 opinions saying to break up with him, eventually that might sway your mind.
Yeah.
Not everybody's strong-minded like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, especially if people you respect, everyone's saying that, you know. So it's like, want to keep that out.
What you say? You mentioned something about siblings. What was you said something about?
I know,
siblings?
like I want to say Quavo's sister kind of jumped out there.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Let me find a tweet like that, because I know she was coming out saying that basically, like, yo, stop fronting, like, you're not this person you claim to be, you a gold digger. So I want to say she was kind of like a major player in starting the gold digger narrative, and that's Quavo's sister, who necessarily didn't need to jump in, because even Quavo, he don't like his personal stuff out there. So a lot more tweets, because even though you mentioned tweets from Quavo and Swaweetie, most of these tweets came from Quavo's sister and who did it on Sweetie's side? Her aunt? And Sweetie's aunt. And Quavo's sister and Sweetie's aunt are going back and forth more than Quavo and Sweetie.
Wow.
Now they're making the story get bigger than what it needs to be.
Right.
You know, let it go. If it ain't about you, leave it. Because if I'm in that situation, I'm looking like, man, people trying to get clout. Like, you don't need people to speak up. Just leave it.
Right.
Here, they go back to their music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Absolutely.
And if they ever loved each other at any point, you definitely you want to let it go. You don't want to keep that going. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like we talked about before. Just leave it off the internet. Not everything got to be for the internet. Not everything got to be for everybody's attention. You're just doing nothing but setting a bad example by thinking it's okay to put your business on the internet. Mm-hmm. And more people are going to be okay with putting their personal relationship things that they're going through on the internet for somebody that you don't know to judge you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's not good for both.
Anybody.
Yeah, like, it's not.
Nothing comes from that. Facts. We'll dive into our key to success. We're gonna do another video, so make sure you got tuned for the reaction video because we definitely gotta talk about this Cassidy Hitman face-off. Y'all need to tune into our reaction video. We want to be there when y'all experience this. The creator of battle rap culture is back.
Yo, I just want to say, yo, shout out to King Don for getting me a little bit into the battle rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been watching it a little bit on my own. Yeah. I've actually been picking up some of the stuff like as far as flow patterns and things of that nature and punchlines and stuff.
Yo,
but
Wraith that straight punchline, boom, boom, bang, bang.
Yeah, but nah, I just want to say like Cassidy's face off, bro. This is just he need to have his own museum.
Yeah.
For the face offs, bro.
He needs to show he needs a show where he just face off against every battle rapper. He don't even got a battle. Just do a show where y'all just talk history. Who could beat him in a face off? He's definitely undefeated in these face offs.
Oh, this man is undefeated, bro. Because it's just anything that he's done in the past, you try to bring it up and use it as ammo against him. He just negates it with his mindset and how he thinks. He's like, "What you talking about? That never happened."
He lives in his own world,
and it's just with the utmost confidence.
Yeah.
I feel like it's you look kind of crazy, but
but it's crazy though in a way because it's he lives in this world. I don't want to say too much because we're gonna show the video, but even when someone is presenting facts that everyone can check up on, his energy, it just vibrates those facts away. And it's you gotta respect it and check it, man. You gotta respect it.
What video did 1 million?
Yeah.
All my videos.
He said, all my videos did. And it's you gotta respect it and check it. I know every video did 5 million. I haven't seen a battle with 5 million, but I just respect his energy that it's you can't tell him anything. He feels this way and he just goes, I do encourage everyone to be humble, but I love to see confidence exuberated in a way where you force the world to live in your world. You know what I'm saying? I always think that's interesting.
Yeah,
and he forces us there because I'm going to see this next battle. What up, everyone? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell for the latest podcasts, music videos, and comedy skits. We got a lot more content coming your way.
We here all day, baby. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, baby.
Yeah. We gotta show love first like a podcast. Put the work in, trying to make it last.